All right, welcome to the October 2021 Extracurricular Committee meeting. I'm the chair, Steve Miller. Committee members Ms. Bell, Ms. Leone, and Ms. Thompson are with us, as well as Ms. Clark, Dr. Cooper, and Mr. Hurley. Pretty short agenda for tonight, but I'm going to get started with the fall update.
Okay, so fall update. Golf and tennis have both finished for the year. Golf had Cole Wachleski out at districts, and he ended up finishing 25th. He went into the last day with a chance to get the states, but just didn't have that good last time. Girls tennis completed on Saturday when they got out into the second round. Asian and Kate Kotash finished, I think, fourth in second doubles.
Okay.
So we are rounding down for varsity sports for high school. This is pretty much the last week of competition, and then they go into postseason. Right now, it looks like cross country will go automatically to counties. Girls soccer will go to both counties and districts with a chance of hosting on Saturday, but that comes down to some seeding back and forth with Exeter. Field hockey will both go to counties and districts. I would assume that field hockey will host on Monday. Football, if they can get to an even record, and that makes this weekend or this Friday a big game with Reading, should get into the Eastern. I guess it's the Eastern.
What do they call it? Yeah.
I can't remember the rest of it.
So they don't have a shot, if they beat Reading, they don't have a shot to hang on to their district spot?
It would be pretty tough, 5-5.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to say 5-5. I'm just saying they're going to go.
What? Yeah. I'm assuming
So it would be
5-5.
pretty difficult,
Yeah.
but if they can handle business against Reading, they should be okay. And boys soccer is living on the edge right now. They still hold their own destiny, as we talked about it, in their hands with their remaining three games. And I think if they can win those, they'll sneak into the end of the district seeding.
Okay.
Oh, and volleyball. Sorry, totally forgot about volleyball. Volleyball should be okay as the districts. They're just in a really tough county division. Middle school, their field sports will all play here next week. We always try to get them on the turf for their last games under the lights and give them the full gamut of what we do out there for the varsity level. Middle school football still has about 3 weeks left, so they won't be out here for another 3 weeks.
Okay. Sounds like a fairly successful fall.
Successful fall.
Yep.
It really is.
Okay. You want to move on to the winter update?
Winter update. Our numbers look good. In fact, we're increasing in the basketballs, which is exciting. We're having some kids come out that haven't played in a while, and that's one thing, but having them return to the court is another thing, and that's nice. As far as coaches go, tonight on the agenda is our swim coach and then our 8th grade boys basketball coach for approval. So that leaves us just girls basketball JV and girls basketball 8th grade. Hopefully have those sealed up here in the next 2 weeks.
Do we need both a coach and an assistant coach, or do we have one and not the other?
We need both a JV coach and an 8th grade or a varsity middle school coach.
Got it.
I guess is what you want to say.
Okay.
The JV numbers were so down last year. We barely played any JV.
I know. Yeah.
His numbers look good when I look in open gyms. So I think that's something we need to hire.
For the girls? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Worried about having enough girls for a
I do
team.
too. And that's across the county. That's not just us.
Yeah.
It's been a weird year.
Yeah, I just know we didn't have many girls playing last year, and most of them were seniors. So.
Yeah.
Makes practice hard.
Yeah. Of course, last year was COVID, and we had to wear masks. And okay, that was winter's coaches update, and then I guess the last item is the track turf update.
Yeah. So the only thing left on the track and turf project is the repairs to the actual track. They can't do those until we finish, so I have that scheduled for the first week of November. And that we have to be off of the track for 20 to 25 days when they do those repairs. So we have to wait for the fall to finish before we can do that. And
Okay.
then complete that project.
What did we ever do with the old turf?
There's grouping of it out here
Mhm.
in the annex parking lot. I think Colin Halter is going to take 4 to replace the turf on the batting cages down at the baseball field.
Okay.
And then we'll have the rest to make a pretty good sized square. We want to put that out in the parking lot so that we have an area when hate to say when it snows
Mhm.
or when it gets too cold. Because now obviously we definitely can't go out. Like we could plow that last year because it was so bad, but now we can't do those things anymore on the new turf. So
Right. Okay. All right. Any other items?
I just have one. I want to make one acknowledgement or a shout out, I guess, to our middle school trainer, Lauren Sergio. Last week, I'm not sure if you all are aware, but we had a cardiac event at the middle school with a grandfather of a student on one of our teams after the game when he was headed to the parking lot. And luckily, Lauren was there. We talk about it all the time, the importance of having a middle school trainer, but this is obviously above and beyond. It was herself and 2 bystander nurses that stabilized the man and got him into the EMS unit, breathing and with a heart rate. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But at the same time, she really did a great job, and so did those 2 nurses. So just a shout out to her, and then obviously our middle school boys soccer coach was there, Jeff Winters, and he did an excellent job with the kids. The next day, Mr. Towers had organized kind of a team meeting before they went out to practice, where Mr. Joe Boyle, who's a SAP designee over at the middle school, and then Ms. Nicholas and Mrs. Holland were there, just to meet with all the kids. Just to make sure everybody was okay and allowing them to have a voice if they had any questions or to let them know what their resources are. So it was really a tragic event,
Sure.
but handled very well.
Okay. What's Lauren's last name again?
DiSergio?
DiSergio. Okay. Any other items to raise or any questions? Nothing from the board? All right, well, thank you. That concludes the meeting.